Run. It was created by Roger Teeter himself about 40 years ago. He's been with QVC and Hsn for over 20 years. And he really inversion therapy has been around for years and years and years, but what he wanted to do, he used his engineer background to make the Teeter easy and safe for you. So if you have the back pain, if you have a herniated disc, this is for you. You will see the benefits, even a stress reliever. Donna, our model who's in the studio, will show you how it works, how inversion works. And let me tell you, when you watch, look how far back Donna goes. I can't do that. So what I love about this medical device, this is an FDA registered medical device, is that you grow with it. Maybe you can't invert all the way down. You don't have to. You don't have to invert all the way down to get those benefits. So I'll hop on it later in the show just to show you that this will grow with you to get those benefits. But FDA registered medical device. So herniated disc, the back pain, the sciatica, you will reap the benefits of this inversion table. But I want to introduce you to Roger Teeter's daughter, who is the CEO of this company, Riley Teeter. Good morning, Riley. So happy to be with you this morning.
Good morning, Nicole. It's great to be here.
I'm so excited to have you because maybe like many of our viewers, I've seen the Teeter and sometimes I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but I love how easy your father made it.
Yeah, I mean, he made it out of necessity for himself. He had back pain that was so severe that on most mornings he couldn't even stand up out of bed. He was rolling to the ground, crawling hands and knees into the bathroom to get hot water on his back just to be able to stand up. And I mean, that is such a hard way to live, but he was muddling his way through it. He had designed this contraption to support his back, and nothing was really working. And he was introduced to inversion because, as you noted, it's been around forever. In fact, it was invented in 400 BC by Hippocrates. That's how common sense it is, and for how long it's been utilized by different people to get natural back pain relief. So he was introduced to it, and he inverted, and it was the first time he had any relief. But back then, it was gravity boots. So you would have to sit down and bend over and get these boots on, and then you'd be only in full inversion. Never mind the fact that you had to get people to help you, to hoist you up and get you into the position. And at the time, he had a different business, he had a different career path, and it was just such a dramatic thing for him that he stopped everything. He started this company in our garage. And it was my grandpa, my uncle, my mom, even me when I was little, when we first started, just putting things together and selling them. And he'd put them in the van and he'd go out and he'd sell them one by one. And it works. So people spread the news. They would tell their friends, and that's how the business grew. Up until the point about 20 years ago that we got to go on Home Shopping Network and tell the story. And that's when things really took off for us. And as you can see, reading the reviews, it's 5-star after 5-star after 5-star of just these beautiful life-changing stories where people were trapped by their back pain. And then with the Teeter, 3 to 5 minutes a day, able to naturally stretch out their back, target that back pain without pills or appointments. And the difference that can make in somebody's life is just pretty dramatic. So read the reviews if you want to have an emotional morning of just joy and seeing how people can take control of their lives and get back to feeling good.
That's what it's about, right, Riley, is getting control back into your life. This is a natural pain reliever. You're going to the target. We're not just going to the medicine cabinet and grabbing whatever we can. We're going to the source to get that back pain, that sciatica, that muscle tension. We actually have a testimonial that we want to play from you. This is Horace. It's very emotional. Take a listen.
I was always an active person. I've always been physical. To have that come to a screeching halt was something I really couldn't live with. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, I was totally a grumpy old man. When I got my Teeter, that's when it all changed for me. And the more I worked my back, the more relief my back gave me. And that's when I knew that this machine really works. It's so simple and yet so effective. If it wasn't for the Teeter, I wouldn't be the person I am today. It put the smile back on my face. If I was face to face with Roger Teeter, I would cry like a baby because what he gave me was my life back. And I thank him. I thank him for that.
You can just tell me in person.
Oh, God. Thank you, sir. I didn't know you were going to be here.
I love my job, and it's because of testimonies like yours. I wrecked my back, and Inversion changed my life. This is not a gimmick. We're not just selling product. We're selling a changed lifestyle.
Yes.
So many people have written off their ability to move freely because of old age. No, it's the long-term effects of gravity combined with lifestyle, posture, and a whole lot of other things. Teeter's a way to fight back against that.
I can't thank you enough.
Life-changing. That's what it can be, right? Have you gotten out of bed every morning, you feel that pain in your back, you go to the medicine cabinet, you try to, just not feel the pain. It's still there, the issue is still there, you're just not feeling it. And then the next day and the next day. You don't have to write it off anymore. You don't have to live with that pain. That is why Roger Teeter created the Teeter table, because he suffered from a bad back injury 40 years ago. So from his injury, he said, there's gotta be a way to get rid of this. And that's why he turned to the Inversion table, but made it safer, made it easier for you as well. This is an FDA-registered medical device. So what does that mean? It's going to give you those temporary benefits if you are suffering from back pain, sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension, even the herniated disc. I have a neighbor who said her husband suffers from that. She's like, you know what? I've been thinking about getting this table just for that. The FDA's registered medical device says, yes, you will see benefits if you have that. The muscle spasms, you don't have to suffer anymore. And let me tell you, anywhere else you go, and usually here at Hsn, we sell this table for $450. But today we're doing something special for you because this is the last visit from Teeter this year. So we took off about $120 for you to get this home. So $329. Then we are going to ship it to you for free. And then we said, okay, it's our Slay the Deals weekend. Let's make sure people can actually get this home and start using it. You have 5 flex. It means you have 5 months to pay this off. So just pay $65.99 today. Pay it over 5 months. It's about $2 a day. And we're still gonna ship it to you for free. Now, if you don't have an Hsn card, we're gonna save you a little bit more. How about that? If you sign up for an Hsn card, immediately $20 off. So this will go from $329 to $309, but then you can still do the flex pay. Don't forget, even though you're gonna knock off $20, you still can take advantage of the flex pay. 5 months to pay this off, free shipping and handling. Let me tell you, $329, I looked at it on hsn.com before I came on to set. It expires today. So take advantage of saving $120 this morning right now, because if it doesn't work out, if you don't fall in love, you have until January 31st of next year. But come tomorrow, if you sit on the fence, you're gonna have to pay the extra $120. And I want you to get that extra savings because it's important, especially for a time here. I wanna go back to Riley Teeter, who is still with us, the daughter of Roger Teeter, who created this. And it's incredible what this can do for you. So I tried it for the first time before our show, and I wanted to step in the studio. And not only could I feel the decompression, right? That pressure off of my back, but also just clearing my mind, just a stress reliever as well.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, just a little while ago, Andrew Lessman came on our show, and he's been using it as long as my dad has, like 40 years. And that was his reasoning, was simply that meditation and the clearing of the mind, the stress relief, that stretching and relaxation that you get. There's so many benefits, and that's a huge part of it, is just that moment of that stretch, but also helping to correct posture, improving your flexibility. That's a huge one. In fact, there was this big study done with Inversion in golf, and they saw that there was an improvement in people's games, predominantly because improved flexibility and their ability to rotate and finish the swing. I don't play golf, so I don't get all the details, but I know it boiled down to flexibility. And of course, the relief of back pain. We saw those FDA conditions, but just as important, it's preventative. So, you don't wait to brush your teeth until you have cavities. This is the same thing of what you can do for your spine. It's a maintenance program to help keep it healthy and functioning properly, because your spine is so critical. It is the grand central station, if you will. Your spinal column goes through the center, all those nerve roots that are controlling all the communication between the brain and the rest of the body. Your spine has a tremendous job to handle all the movements that we do throughout the day. That's why there's so many joints, is to give you that mobility and that flexibility, but they're very susceptible to what we're doing throughout the day. So if you are somebody that sits all day, which seems like, oh, well, I don't have a manual job, I'm not out lifting things or doing anything what would be considered strenuous, but you're sitting all day, that is incredibly hard on the spine because all the muscles relax.
Right.
And all that pressure is dumped into the discs, making them prone to thinning and just a lot of pain. And so this is a way to take the pressure off the discs and give them the opportunity to rejuvenate. So this is what's happening while you're inverted, and you don't have to go to full inversion, and you don't have to be on it for more than 3 to 5 minutes. Of course, you can be on longer, but while you're here, your muscles stretch and relax. That's that awe feeling as the muscles tension melts away. Your spine naturally realigns. And then because we're using body weight and gravity, you are stretching out the spine. So just picture that in your mind, like almost like holding one end of a necklace and pulling the other. If there's a misalignment, it naturally moves back into place. If discs are thinned out, whether you have degenerative disc disease or maybe there's a entrapped nerve, you have sciatica, that stretching out of the spine is going to relieve that pressure and the pain, give the discs the chance that they have to rehydrate. Because unlike other parts of your body that has veins and is vascular, which means blood goes to them, and of course blood helps heal things. So if you cut, you'll get a scab, it'll heal relatively quickly. Your discs don't have a blood supply. How they get their nutrition is they simply absorb like a sponge surrounding fluid, which has nutrition, but they have to be at a point where there's no pressure on them. So that means you can't be standing, you can't be sitting because the pressure is actually higher in your spine when you're sitting. So you have to get to the point of laying down. But because of the muscles and ligaments, there's background compression. So it takes several hours of laying down for your disc to hydrate. Plus, if you have a misalignment, it's not going to move back into place just laying down. When we invert, even to a gentle angle, you start to pull that traction, the pressure in the spine can go to 0%. Of course, the greater the angle, the greater the stretch.
Right.
But at about 60 degrees, the pressure in your spine gets to 0, and that allows the disc to hydrate much more rapidly. And that's why we say frequency is more important than duration. So if you have one of those conditions that the FDA has listed us for, so the sciatica, the herniated disc, the degenerative disc disease, the Facet syndrome, you really only need to be there 3 to 5 minutes, which, you know, let's think about that. That's how much time it takes to brew a cup of coffee, to get all of the benefits. And so if you have one of those conditions, do it afternoon, when you get done going for a walk or midway through Zoom or, you know, whatever you're doing during the day. Cut out for 3 minutes, stretch out, or do it after work, or do it before bed. That's really, I mean, I use it once a day. I use it right before I go to bed. And I will be ready for bed, like in my pajamas, ready to crawl into the bed. It's in my bedroom. And I get on and I stretch, and I let all that tension that built up throughout the day melt away. My spine realigns, it decompresses. And what happens is you get that post-massage type feeling where your muscles feel warm and relaxed, your back feels good, and it just helps you fall asleep better. That's my experience, and I was really interested when we traveled around and got all these testimonials. We went out all around the nation and filmed people. And again, that was always something that they said, I sleep better.
Right.
And so, you know, it's something, sleep is so important.
Oh,
and feeling good, like just melting into your bed. And it just is a great way to relax at the the end of your day.
It is, Riley, and as you were talking, I was doing it. Let me tell you, I'm a first-time user, and some of you might be watching and you've been like, I want this. I want the teeter in my life because I do have the back pain, or maybe it's that sciatica or the muscle tension or a herniated disc. You're gonna get the benefits from the teeter. This is the first time I've tried it, and you don't have to go full inversion. Donna, our beautiful model, has used this before, so she can do that full inversion. So what I love about this is not only are you getting that entry-level table price at the $329, you're getting all the upgrades, so you can grow with this table. So look at it, she's not all the way, but Donna can even go all the way back, so you grow with this when you're using this 3 to 5 times a day. I even added the strap on mine, which is adjustable as well. So there's a strap at the bottom, we'll have Riley show you, so I don't go all the way back. The strap stops me, and it's all about just moving slowly to lean back. This price, $329, it does expire today, because I looked it up on Hsn before we came to set, because I was curious, because we knocked off $120. I'm like, man, how long can this last? Well, it lasts until midnight. So if you wait too long, if you wait until tomorrow, you're gonna have to pay that extra $120. Go ahead and get the savings now, and if you don't fall in love, you have until January 31st of next year. And then the 5 Flex, 5 months to pay it off, $65. That's about $2 a day. Think about how much are you paying for the massages to get those muscles that are tight and stuff. How much are you paying for that? Get this home, use it every day, and see it make a difference. This is the last visit for Teeter of the year. And not only do you hear the testimonials from people who have actually used it, gotten to their home, people like you and me, but it's also doctor-backed as well. So let's listen to Dr. Fryer and Dr. Long.
So when you decompress, there is a lengthening of the spine. And by doing so, with a greater disc height, you've got more room for the nerves, there's less compression with the facet joints, and the spine is just much happier.
For the past 53 years, I've been a neurosurgeon with a major interest in chronic pain and dealing with many patients with back pain. Most patients tell me if they use their teeter inversion table on a regular basis, they simply feel much better. No one has to do anything to you, and I think it's a very natural way to deal with the problem.
Everything that you need to target that back pain, that sciatica, doctor-backed. And that takes a lot, right? Because we are, at Hsn, we're FDA and FCC regulated, right? So we have to make sure that our lawyers say, yes, you can say these things. So to have doctors backing this, to be able to say this is an FDA-registered medical device, that is not an easy feat. That means that when it says it's addressing your back pain to give you that temporary release, the sciatica, the herniated disc, that you are going to reap those benefits from it. And today you're shopping at a perfect morning, right? You're shopping at a perfect morning that maybe $450 was out of your reach to get the table. You're like, I want to try it because I want that natural pain relief, but $450 is a reach. Now we've got it to you at $329 this morning, and then the opportunity to only spend $65 this morning. That's all I want you to do. Just spend $65. We'll still ship it to you for free. If you don't fall in love by January 31st, go ahead and send it back to us. But if you wait until tomorrow, you have to pay $120 more. You don't want to do that. So get the benefits of the pricing, but also the benefits for you so you can get out of bed and feel better on this. And Riley, I think your father's story is so incredible. First of all, I love whenever we have products that it was made by someone who actually really reaps the benefits from their product, right? Your dad had this horrible back injury, could barely get out of bed, and then he turned to inversion therapy and was like, you know, wait a minute. I can make something easier. I can make something safer. Your dad is 82 years young, and look at that.
Yeah, that was filmed this summer.
Oh my God.
And so, yeah, we just updated the footage of him skiing because he was like, that was old and that was free skiing. I've got to show him I'm really skiing the course. And, you know, it's tough on your body. And to be able to be doing it at 82, I mean, you should see down at the water ski dock. People are like, what? Your dad's still skiing? And I mean, what's funny is I said, you think the footage of him skiing is impressive. He has to stand on the dock and get both feet into the boots and then get down into the water. I mean, it's a lot of flexibility to be able to do that. And he attributes his ability to do that today to the fact that he's been inverting. Now, remember, in his 40s, he had debilitating back pain and wasn't able to ski. And now at 82, being able to do that is pretty darn impressive.
Oh, yes.
And that's why I mean, the only reason he's not here this morning is because we're in Seattle and it's very early. And so I take the weight off of him by doing the early morning shows, but he's typically doing these shows at 82 because he really is passionate about helping people. And I think when you've been in the position of your life being ruined by back pain, where you can't work, you can't sleep, you can't engage properly with people because the pain is just overtaking your life. And then you find a solution. And the solution is not only dealing with the pain and the fact that it's no pills, no appointments, but it's also helping the health of the entire spine so that it functions better as you get older. You just feel like you've got to shout it from the mountaintops. And that's why he just, at 82, we're like, you know, Dad, I can do this for you. He's like, no, I love it. I love to come out and talk about this product and hear the stories. And he reads the reviews. He reads the letters that people send. So I want to jump into this table because I think it's so important that you guys at home understand that this is our X3 inversion table. So not only is this a great price, but it's every single feature that we offer. It has our easy reach handle, it has the lumbar bridge, the acupressure nodes, it has our upgraded bed, which has an 8-point floating suspension, so it's not on the frame, it's actually up and off the frame to give you more of a hammock feel. So that's really critical if you're looking at other products out there, because with our popularity, we've had some copycats. You'll see that they fall for gimmicks, like they put memory foam on the bed, which sounds interesting and intriguing, like memory foam, that's valuable, right? But your body will sink into that foam and that will prevent you from getting the body slide. So remember when we watched that animation, it was all about your back elongating and stretching, and that's what relieves the pressure and relieves the pain. So if we sink into the foam, we don't get that. So we wanted to make this firm surface, but we take it up off the frame to make sure it's still comfortable. And of course, the addition of the acupressure nodes and the lumbar bridge, which yours right there doesn't have the lumbar bridge, but you can see the holes, so you can set it at any position. And then what this does is it helps square your hips. So if you've ever been to a chiropractor, typically one of the first things they do is they lay you down and they look at your leg length. And it's not because your legs are actually different lengths, it's because it's an indication, if they're not measuring up evenly, that your hips are twisted, which are the foundation of your spine. And think about everything you do that can twist your hips, whether it's standing like I am on one leg, or crossing your legs while you're sitting, or put a wallet in one side, or it's so easy to throw your hips out of alignment. And once they go, the spine will curve to keep your head straight, because you don't see us walking around like this, but hips are typically out of place. So once we can square the hips, it's much easier to realign the rest of the spine off of that. So I want to show everybody too how easy this is. So you can preset your maximum angle of inversion. You set your height. So this works for anybody from 4'8" to 6'6". This is how easy it is to adjust it. So if you have, like my husband's much taller than me, it takes just a second to adjust it between different people. This is an upgrade that you're getting. This is a twist here, so this makes sure that the ankle clamps are on the smallest part of the ankles to ensure a tight and secure fit while still being very, very comfortable. This is the huge upgrade that you're getting. This is the Easy Reach handle. Typically at a $329 price point, you are not getting this. You're getting a little pull pin where you have to go all the way down to secure your ankles. Now we can just pull this towards you. You're getting these wraparound ankle supports. So this actually was 3 generations of tooling. We kept working on it to make sure that they were very, very comfortable. It's got a hard backing for security, and then a soft wraparound to make sure that you have that comfort. From here, you just lay back. So half my body weight's on one side of the pivot point, half my body weight's on the other. So this works like a teeter-totter. So it's named Teeter because that is very much our last name, but it works just like a teeter-totter. So we have to think that it was meant to be that my dad would start this company. So you just control it with the weight of your arms. Your hands go over your head, you rotate backwards, you bring your arms to your side, and then you come back upright. So you can see that I'm in complete control. You're not gonna get stuck. You're not gonna get scared. It's very, very easy. But if you're worried about using the arms to control your rotation, this is another upgrade that you're getting that's included today. These are the large handles that allow you to walk yourself into and out of inversion. You're also getting our traction handles. So these are both my dad and mine's favorite upgrade. And they're small, but they're incredibly mighty at what they can do to help improve your back pain. Because what we're doing is I'm reaching up and I'm pushing and I'm adding manual traction. So getting a deeper stretch.
Right.
I'm combining that with our lumbar bridge. So it's really opening up that lower back. So think about that. If you have a pinched nerve or herniated disc, bulge disc, slip disc, that's all similar things, all different stages of a herniated disc, you can really target that spot. And we're just opening up that joint and allowing the nerve roots to be relieved of any painful pressure, and that's how we relieve the back pain. And you can just lay here. I mean, you could see, you could do this in any clothes, you can do it in, get home from work, you don't have to change into fitness gear. You don't have to get motivated for a 30-hour sweat session, right? You just lay back, you stretch, you can do a few little stretches. Oh, and I do want to let you know, as you're watching me and you're thinking, how am I going to remember all of this? There is a free app. You do get a DVD, but there's also a free app that you can download, and it's going to walk you through all these things. So if you have sciatica, you can watch a video just on sciatica. What stretches can I do that are going to help me target that specific back pain? It's really great. I mean, whenever you want it, no cost.
Right.
And then it also has these quick tutorials. So how do you set it up to make sure that you have complete control over the rotation? And so we're adding new content every single week. New stuff is being put on our website. We have, of course, classes on the inversion table, beginner, advanced, but also different stretches and exercises that you can do that will help you deal with your back pain naturally. So it's a great feature. We're the only company that offers that kind of support. We're based in the US. You'll be able to call us. We have wonderful people if you ever have questions. That's something that I'm very proud of because this is a family company. We've been doing this for 40 years. And this is what we do. We help people with back pain get natural relief. And read the reviews. I mean, it really is impressive how just 3 to 5 minutes can really help you naturally target that back pain. Get relief. You tweak your back on a Friday. Go and get on your table. You don't have to wait to make that appointment and maybe it's a week out and you're hobbling around, or you have to take pills that have, you know, other side effects and really don't deal with the problem. This is a way to naturally target that sciatica and get real relief. Or spinal degenerative joint disease, that's the same as osteoarthritis, a spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension, of course. I mean, just the relief that you get of muscle tension, and herniated disc, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, Facet syndrome, and muscle spasm. And not to mention, like, when we realign the spine, we're correcting posture, we're improving flexibility, all these other benefits that help you do the activities that you love. You saw my dad water skiing, who in his 40s, he couldn't do that. In his 80s, he's doing that. Whether it's just the ability to go to the grocery store. I mean, we had a guy who was like, I had to get the cart in the parking lot because it was my walker in disguise. And now I can park anywhere and I can grab, you know, I can go to the grocery store. Okay, so this is what's happening. Rotate to any angle. You do not have to go to full inversion, and you're gonna naturally realign your spine. You're gonna stretch and relax tense muscles. And this is really the difference that you get with inversion, because of course you can relax tense muscles with a massage, or you can realign the spine going to a chiropractor. But how do you decompress the spine? How do you elongate that spine so that you can target every single one of those joints in the back and target those discs which don't have a blood supply? They're getting their nutrition from absorbing moisture, and so they need the pressure off so they can get the food and nutrition that they need. And how are you gonna do that any other way? It's impossible. Of course, There are places you can go, well, they'll hook you up and pull traction, but this is the easiest way to do it at home, and it's comfortable, it's gentle, it's progressive decompression, so your back is being decompressed by all the weight above it. So you want more traction for the lower back, less traction for the neck, but each joint is getting the perfect amount of traction because it's the same weight that compresses it when upright. So I want you to know it's going to target that neck pain if you have that. That's what I typically am prone to, is getting the headaches. Yes, this is going to help with headaches, with that neck pain. It's going to help with the back pain, shoulders, just the opening up of the chest and improving that posture helps with all that tension in that area. And just 3 to 5 minutes. And just lay back and relax.
Yeah, 3 to 5 minutes. You really do relax. And whenever I tried it this morning, I didn't have my coffee yet. And then I hopped off and I had this jolt of energy. I really did. I didn't even have a cup of coffee this morning because jumping on this, I felt a jolt of energy, just, helping me stretch out and lay out. I kind of woke up with a little bit of back pain. It happens to all of us. It doesn't matter what age you are. Sometimes you just always wake up with that. But whenever you're picking this up, you're picking up something like Riley said, it's gonna address all those things. But I love too, whenever she was running through this tether here, that cord that you can add on, I put that on for me and I put it on green. So there's different levels that you can do so it doesn't go back as far. I put mine on green because for some reason, you might be like me, I get kind of a fear of going upside down, but with this, it was very, very easy. It was my first day trying this ever in life and it was very, very easy. We have another testimonial for you, but when we say this is a customer pick, I just want to let you know it's a huge customer pick. And I only say huge when there's hundreds of reviews. 4.7 stars on this, and there are 430 reviews. 430 reviews, and it's 4.7 stars out of 5. So people are talking about this when they're getting it home. It's changing their life to where they want to go online and tell us. But how about we listen to Nancy and how this has changed her life?
My back started to really bother me. I don't want to go through life being less and less of myself. I want to be able to do everything and anything that I want to do. The first time that I laid on the teeter, I got on there, locked my ankles in, laid back, and it was just a relief. I knew it was going to work for me. It's beautifully engineered. It doesn't take up very much space in your house. It's very easy to schedule it into your life. You lay down, you relax, you can meditate for a few minutes, you get off, and you're a new person. The biggest difference the teeter table has made in my life is that I have physical freedom. I'm probably really boring because when anyone complains to me about their back, I say, well, have you tried a teeter table? It helped me so much you have no idea.
I love that. I love hearing those testimonials, right? Because it's a genuine emotion. It really changed their life. It really changed the way that they were moving. Maybe they were just stuck, right? That could be you. Maybe you're sitting on the couch and you're watching and you're like, yes, Nicole, I do wake up with that back pain. Yes, Nicole, I do have sciatica, that pinched nerve. Yes, I have a herniated disc, or I had one and it's still just irritating me. This is your chance to get something that is that natural pain relief. Many times, I'm guilty of it too, right? We run to the medicine cabinet, but it's not getting to the root of the issue. It's just so you don't feel the pain anymore, right? But the issue is still there. So when you get on this teeter table, and remember the strap, you don't have to teeter all the way down to get the benefit, right? Just a little bit down here. This is where I stop mine, and you're still gonna reap the benefits of this. And also reap the benefits too of shopping with us this weekend. So already this weekend, and this is the last stop for teeter for this year. Already this weekend, over 750 been sold this weekend. Let me tell you what, I think a big part of it too is because of the price. I mean, we took off $120. We usually have it for what everyone else is selling it for right now, $450. But because for our Slay the Deals weekend, and we know the holidays are upon us, but we're gonna help you save. So we took off $120. So you're getting it this morning for $329. Then we have the opportunity for 5 flex. If you're just joining HSN, you're like, what is that? That means you have 5 months to pay this off on any card that you put down. You don't have to use an HSN card. You can, or you just use your own card. So you actually get it home for $65. That's all I want you to spend this morning. Spend $65.99. That's it. Then we're gonna ship this to you for free. We're gonna cover the cost to ship this to you. By the way, this already comes about 85% assembled. And Riley can show you whenever we go back just how easy it is. It's just a couple of parts, the handles, and then the other part to put in, and then that's it. So it's not a big task. 15, 20 minutes, you're up and running. And then you only need 3 to 5 minutes minutes a day to reap the benefits of this. So take advantage of that price this morning. If you don't fall in love, you have until January 31st of next year to return it, but you don't, tomorrow, the price will go back up to $450. On hsn.com, it says ends today, $329 ends today. It will go back up to $450. But just to show you that video, take a look at your screen right now just to show the setup, because I know it can look a little bit intimidating, but many of the pieces already come assembled, just putting on the handles, strapping on the table. And then, I mean, you're good to go. You open it, and it can shrink up small as well. You can close it up so you can store it behind a couch or maybe in a closet, and then you are good to go. I love that this is the entry level for the Teeter table, but you're getting the FitSpine X3 inversion table. So you're getting all the upgrades, but you're still just paying that $329 to get it home. 634-808 is the item number whenever you call us, or if you go to hsn.com to place your order with this as well. The Teeter table has been over here for over 20 years at HSN and our sister station QVC. And I'm telling you, you look at it and you don't have to do full inversion. And that's good for me because I don't like to lean all the way back. And you know, if you're looking at this for the first time, you're like, I don't know, Nicole, if I can do it. It's really just a couple of steps. The Teeter even has it. Set your height, set your angle, lock your ankles, and then you are good to go. 634-808 is the item number. Please take advantage of that $329 price. I really don't want you to wake up tomorrow and you're like, man, it's back up to $450. Take advantage of saving over $100 and then the comfort of knowing that you have until January 31st if you would like to send it back to us. I want to get to one more testimonial because it's great to hear it from other people who are using this in their home, and then I want to send it back to Riley so we can keep diving into this. But let's listen to Bob's testimony.
Every Sunday, I was hurting all the time, and golf was a chore. I wasn't hitting the ball that well. I saw the Teeter commercial and I saw one of the guys saying, you know, he inverts and gets out and he plays. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. After like 10 or 12 days, I was fully inverting and I'm flexing on it. And I'm like, wow, you know, it's giving your spine a mini vacation because you're taking all that pressure off of it, letting it stretch out. It's given me a lot of motion back. My pain is reduced. My outlook is great. And I'm hitting the ball the best I've hit since I've been playing golf, you know, since I was 30. I'm jazzed. I'm just, you know. Every Saturday we take the grandkids for like 5 or 6 hours, and pretty much anything they want to do, I can keep up with them, and that's huge. I mean, that's quality of life. That's big stuff. You can't buy that. I mean, and that's what you want to do. Teeter helps me lead the physical life I want to live. I don't just endorse stuff unless it's made a big change in my life, and this is one of the things that's made a big change in my life.
And changed his life, right? Maybe that's you or a son or a daughter. You know, the spine over time, it ages. It's funny, and Riley will show us, right? We think that we're taking a load off whenever we're sitting down, but we're actually putting more pressure on our spine whenever we're doing that. And then hunching over, it's even worse. So it doesn't matter what age you are, right? Because we all suffer from not having the proper posture and leaning over. And I want to send it to Riley so she can speak to this, the aging spine.
Right. I mean, it is amazing what can happen to your body as you get older, and a lot of it has to do what physical things we're doing to our body. So this was a study done by Hsn many years ago, and what they did is, believe it or not, they surgically implanted a pressure sensor into people's spines to see how the pressure changed, and of course that relates to how prone we are to get back pain. And this is why they talk to you about picking things up, bending over, because it's so hard on your spine. But this was kind of a shocker, how much the pressure in the spine goes up when we sit down. We think we're taking a load off, but we're dumping all that pressure into the spine, and there we are in bad posture. Now remember, the discs get their nutrition not from a blood supply, but when the pressure's off to absorb that nutrition. So when we go to bed at night, of course, the pressure goes down to 25 and they can start absorbing what they need to be healthy. But that pressure's still there because the muscles and ligaments that provide stabilization to the spine, they hold that background compression. And what they found is you need to pull around 60% of your body weight to bring the pressure in the disc to at or near zero. And that's what we're doing with the Teeter, is we're just letting you rotate, use gravity, use traction to get the pressure in the spine to zero so that those discs have the opportunity to get the nutrition. It is that simple. We are just using a natural process, letting your body is incredibly resilient to take care of itself. It just needs the opportunity. It's like anything else. When you think about it, if you give your body the opportunity to be healthy by making good food choices, you're gonna reap those benefits. If you make the choices to take care of your spine, you're gonna reap those benefits. And it doesn't take a long period of time. You just rotate back for 3 to 5 minutes and you will feel the muscles relax, any tension in the muscles. Whether you've sat in bad posture and you've built knots in your back, it will release those, naturally realign the spine, and decompress the spine so that those discs can hydrate, get their nutrition, and relieve the painful pinching and pressure. So just take a look at your spine. Look at how many things are coming out in between here. Those are your nerve roots. That's how the brain is communicating with the rest of the body. And these are the things that hurt when they get entrapped or pinched. So these are the discs. They control the opening for those nerve roots. And they are prone to getting thinned out. We saw in the Nachemson study, when you sit, the pressure goes up. So that takes all the moisture out. That increases your risk of pinching these nerves, and that creates the pain. When we invert, we take the pressure off, the discs hydrate, the nerves are released of the pinching, and that's natural. That is 3 to 5 minutes. You've targeted the source of the ache, you've brought natural relief, you've created an environment where your spine can become more healthy and just improved the potential of your life. I mean, the fact that you can now do that trip or go out and garden or go, like Bob said, go out and play a round of golf, you have that relief. And if you do happen to throw your back out, if you make some choices where you lift something wrong or, you know, make the bed and you throw your back out, you can turn to this in a second. Walk in, realign the spine. In fact, the US military did a 6-year evaluation with Teeter, and they found the troops that inverted in basic training were less likely to have sick days because of back pain or any joint problems, because when you tweak your back, if you can immediately realign it, you're not gonna have those days and days of stiffness and muscle spasm. So it's a way to be proactive and preventative, but also when you know something's wrong, immediately go to that relief.
You know, I'm so happy, Riley, that's amazing that you mentioned that. That's just testimony there that if the U.S. military is using this and they notice a difference in their troops, that's huge. But I appreciate the handles, right? Because you're gonna get this home, or maybe you're watching right now and you're on the fence because, can I use this? Yes, you can. I love how easy it is. It comes with a disc. Let me tell you that. It comes with a disc, so we help you there. It comes with the lumbar bridge that I just took off because of my mic pack, not to poke me, but you use that and that lifts you up. There's the DVD. Then there's those acupressure nods on there as well that increase in height and intensity as well. And then Riley, I mentioned earlier, if you missed it, there's an app as well. So there's a DVD, there's also an app as well where they're updating every week with different things that you can do. But I love that the handles are here because I get kind of scared whenever I tip back and I can't invert all the way, but you don't have to get those benefits from the sciatica, the back pain, the muscle tension. So I hold on to them as I lean back, and then I release just one arm. Mind you, I have I'm tethered too as well. There's a strap at the bottom keeping me from not going all the way. And then I just release. And I almost like it, Riley. I love that I'm getting the benefits from the back pain that I'm suffering from whenever I woke up this morning, or the neck pain, or the shoulders, any muscle tension, sciatica. But I also like it too. I heard your father mention that Andrew Lesman told him he uses it to meditate. I mean, there is just something so relaxing and de-stressing of just the inversion.
Yeah, it's really true. I mean, it naturally just, it takes tension away, whether it's stretching and relaxing the muscles or just the fact that they talk about when you put your legs up, and if you've ever heard people that have, you know, they're feeling faint, you lay down because it helps relax the nervous system. So this is something where when you bring your legs up, it takes the pressure off the heart, which has to work very hard to bring oxygen-rich blood up into the brain. It just is a very relaxing state. And so it does help you meditate and take those few quiet moments where you can clear your brain. And all the while, you're getting all these benefits to your spine. It really is like brushing your teeth, where a regular program, you're gonna feel better. The more you use it, the more you're gonna gain that flexibility, that mobility gain. And that's why my dad at 82 is out there water skiing and out there rowing and all these incredible activities that people say he shouldn't be able to do, because common sense says you get to a certain age and you shouldn't be able to do those things. Right. And that's not true. It's just because the choices that you made throughout your life have had an impact on how your body is able to perform. So here he is at 82. This was filmed this summer, you know, and those are my boys, and he's actually out water skiing with them. He gets out in the water with them, and I don't know very many grandpas that can do that. No. So it's about living your best life. It's about having freedom. It's about having you know, the life that you want, to do the things you want.
I love that when you said freedom, right? I mean, your dad looks free, right? And I'm a nature person too. I love being in nature. It's so freeing. And you know, I don't want to sound cheesy, but it's almost like getting the shackles off. That's really what that pain is, right? That back pain that you've been living with day after day. It's just breaking the shackles off and saying, I'm taking control of my life. You know, no more going to the medicine cabinet, right? Because that's just numbing the pain. I just can't feel it. But let's go to the source. That's what the Teeter table is doing for you. I want to remind you, if you're just tuning in this morning, this is an FDA-registered medical device, meaning that the FDA says, yes, you will get the benefits if you're suffering from the back pain, the sciatica, that pinched nerve, spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension. No matter what age you are, herniated discs. My neighbor was telling me about her husband having that, the muscle spasms. FDA registered class 1 medical device. So you're getting something home that is truly life-changing for many people. And here's a look at the quality of the machine, UL listed requirements. And I want Riley to take us through that, because that's not an easy feat as well. I mean, the testing that goes on to make sure that this is safe and easy is you know, takes years and years to get.
It really does. I mean, we actually went to UL because we've been making Teeter for 40 years. And with our popularity, there were some copycats out there. And we noticed they were just so poorly made. It's really not safe. So we went to UL and we said, you guys come up with so many safety standards. Can you look at what needs to be on an inversion table to make it safe? Here's one of the tests. You can see that top line, that's us. And then there's this dotted red line on the side. That's UL's basic minimum safety requirement that a table should be able to meet. We exceeded it. They stopped the test for time. My dad jumped on that table and did sit-ups. Perfectly structurally sound product. The other ones, broken or torn metal. Believe it or not, I mean, they were ripped apart. It looked like they were in a car accident. Just from cycling the way that a normal user would use the product. And that's because they use the wrong steel. It may visually, especially when you're looking on a computer, look similar, but they use the wrong steel. And when you think about it, you know, wire coat hanger, you bend it back and forth. That's like kind of what's happening with the inversion table as you cycle in and out of inversion. Eventually that wire coat hanger will snap. And that's what happened with the other tables, is they literally snapped. But we use heat-treated high-carbon steel. And that just means it's a heck of a lot stronger. And if you take our metal and cut it, you'll see that the thickness of the metal is much more substantial than those other products. So it is about safety. We are the only brand that is properly UL safety certified and maintain that mark. So if you've seen it on another product, they went out and maybe they did a test, and they might have passed a different UL test, or they passed with one table. But to maintain the mark on the product, and you'll see the label on the back of our product, you have to agree to inspections 4 times a year, and they don't tell you when they're coming. And they just pick a table off the line and they go and put it through the test, and it's a pass or fail. And that just makes sure that you're maintaining the safety standard. You're not switching out for a cheaper steel. And that's so critical, because listen, you're buying this because you want the benefits. And if that product's gonna fail, you're gonna get hurt. So that's really important to make a good decision. But also, I think just as important is we don't go for the gimmicks, right? It has to be built to deliver the benefits. Nobody's buying an inversion table simply because they wanna go upside down. They're buying it because they want the natural relief of back pain. And that's what every feature on our table is about. That bed that you see, the reason it's a firm surface is because it allows maximum body slide. The reason we include a fixed lumbar bridge is because it realigns your hips. That easy reach ankle closure, that's a big upgrade on this particular table that you're getting, but that ensures you don't have to bend over. And the traction handles, you add decompression at any angle. It's just everything is thought out to give you that stretch that is going to give you the relief. And that's what it's all about, is getting to relief.
Yes.
So, you know, from quality to just delivering on the benefits, that's what our focus is.
That's the focus, right? And you know, Riley's dad, Roger Teeter, he didn't invent the inversion table. He just recreated it to make it safer, to make it easier for you so you could jump in and get that natural pain relief. And remember, you don't have to invert all the way to get the benefits. You'll see our model, Donna, you see the model there just horizontal, but our model, Donna, she can go all the way down, just like that model is as well. I can't do that. You saw me, if you missed me, I use the handles that are on the table, that nice upgrade that was added to the table, those handles to walk me back. And even then, that's where I stop. Right where Donna is, I stop there. But you can even go even further. I love that you can grow with this table. Just 3 to 5 minutes a day to get those benefits, to get that relief from the back pain, the sciatica, the muscle tension on this as well. We have another testimony that we're gonna play for you, but I wanna tell you, because you see customer pick on top, 4.7 stars on this out of 430 reviews. That's incredible. This is a huge customer pick on this one. And also too, before we go to the testimony, I just wanna invite you to really consider making this purchase if this is for you, okay? If it's for you because of the back pain, the sciatica, if this is for you. Let me tell you why, because the $329 expires today. Tomorrow at midnight, it will go back to $450. So I really want you to jump in and be able to save that 120 bucks, but also to not have to pay all of it right now. Just pay the $65.99 right now. That's what 5 Flex is. 5 months to pay it off interest-free on any card. So pay $65 now. We'll still ship it to you for free. And this is strong, this is sturdy, this is heavy. So it usually costs $43 to ship it, but we're still gonna ship it to you for free and allow you just to pay that 1 month installment of $65.99. So let's go to the testimony of Teresa to see how this has changed her life.
Unfortunately, my back pain became a part of normal everyday life. I have to get up and I have to go to work. I have to take care of my son.
Whenever I would ask her if we could go to the park or play a little bit of baseball, she would always say, "Oh, my back hurts, I can't do it." It made me feel sad for her.
I felt like the oldest lady in the world, which is so unfair to my son, so unfair to me. When I first saw the product on TV, I said, that makes so much sense. It just has to work. The first time I just sat there like this is great. I knew this is what it was going to feel like. I was waiting for this. It releases the tension in my muscles to help me temporarily take that pain away by stretching myself the opposite ways that I don't normally stretch. And it's just wonderful. It does so much more than just provide back relief.
I think it's helping her. She's been helping out with my baseball team.
And now it's almost 8, 9 o'clock sometimes, and the time just flies by because me and my son are having so much fun. The Teeter was heaven sent for me. It promises you relief, and it definitely provides you with that relief.
I love that. Maybe you're like Teresa. Maybe it's that son that you're trying to keep up with, but you're in pain right now. Maybe it's that daughter. Maybe it's the grandkids that you're trying to keep up with right now, but it's just that pain. You don't have to live with that. You can be free. You can really help improve and get that relief from that back pain, that sciatica, the muscle spasms. Just, you don't have to suffer anymore. So I want to invite you, if this is something that you're like, you've been drawn to it, you've wanted to try it, but the $450 price just seemed out of reach. I understand. Everywhere right now it's still $450, and usually here at Hsn it's $450. But this morning, $329 is the price. We knocked off over $100. And then we said, okay, we want to give you 5 months to pay this off, $65. is all it takes to get this home, and we'll ship it to you for free. More than 900, almost 900 sold just this weekend. Remember, this is it for the visit from Teeter. This is it, their visit right now. And then once they're gone, and it's gonna go back up to that $450 price. So take advantage of the savings and then the comfort of knowing that you have until January 31st of next year to really live with this and fall in love with this. We're wrapping up, but I want to give it to Riley just to really show you how easy this is. I myself, this is my first time that was trying it on, and I'll jump back in just to show you as a first time user that it's a very easy, it's worry-free, Riley, and that's what I really appreciate. And I can't speak enough about the handles too. I mean, you've thought of everything to really help people not be scared of this.
Right, I mean, we've added every single feature on this table, but like you said, from the moment you get it home, it's 85% assembled. This is fully assembled, the bed is assembled, the A-frame's assembled. You literally just click the pieces together, put the handles on, and then it's 1, 2, 3. It's actually marked on the table. Set your height, pull the pin. It's that easy. Find your height. It's in inches and centimeters. You set your maximum angle of inversion, and like you said, you just slide the buckle. It's that easy. How far back do I want to go? And then from here, you step in, slide your feet in, and pull it close. So this is lock your ankles, and then you just lay back and you relax. 3 to 5 minutes is all you have to do to target that back pain at the source, get that natural relief, and literally, you just lay here. Like, what's better than that? And then, like you said, you love the handles. You can use them to walk you back upright. These are a huge upgrade, normally sold separately. We're including them today. You get the traction handles, also normally an upgrade that you would buy separately included. And they allow you to push and add manual decompression. So if you have the sciatica, the herniated disc, the bulge disc, spinal degenerative joint disease, this is gonna help you really open up those joints. And then when you're ready to return upright, you just bring your arms to your side. If you don't come all the way back up, you bend your knees because it works like a teeter-totter. Whichever end the weight is on is the way you go. Bend the knees, come back up. That easy.
It really is that easy. I love just laying here. Look at Donna. I know that she's just really relaxing. You know, it's a de-stressor. You're relaxing. You can meditate, but also you're going to get those benefits from helping you with that back pain, that sciatica, that muscle tension as well. So take advantage of that price this morning. You're going to get this home, and just for a first-time user, you know, I really like this. Take advantage of saving over $100 this morning, and that 5 flex pay. Just pay $65, and we'll still ship it to you for free. 634-808 is the item number. Riley, such a pleasure meeting you this morning.
Yes, thank you, Nicole. Wonderful to work with you. Really appreciate you.
Thank you. It was so much fun. Have a great one.
Thank you. You too.
634-808 is the item number. Huge customer pick, 4.7 stars out of 430 reviews. It's insane. So thank you for shopping with me. But I want to remind you, we have Hsn Cares, and that's dedicated to empowering women and helping families in